So hello everyone, this is AetherNightmare and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. It is time to take up a new job quest. So we are settled here in Ul'dah and we can begin heading out to go find what it is we're looking for. I should be able to... oops. Just go to the closest crystal and warp there. Since I think there's going to be one outside the guild. Let's see. Gladiator, Miners, Weavers... maybe not. Maybe because it's right across from the Aetherite Plaza. They expect you to walk as part of your martial arts training. Build the fortitude to walk to the guild every single time. Here we are, the Pugilist Guild. Not to be confused with the Pugil, the fish, though I feel at some point we probably will be slapping someone with one. Greetings and welcome to the Pugilist Guild. We Pugilists are specialists in hand-to-hand combat. Throughout rigorous training, we forge devastating weapons of our fists and feet, which we employ to a great effect in battle. There is no better place in all of the realm to train in our discipline than here. If you would walk the path of the Pugilist, I highly recommend you add your name to our roll. What say you, friend? A decision you'll not regret, but before we proceed to the paperwork, it is essential that you know something of their guild's storied past. Since time immemorial, man has used whatever has been at his disposal to settle disputes. In the beginning, that meant fighting with his fists. Such hand-to-hand combat existed in various forms throughout Eorzea, each evolving independently of one another. The origins of pugilism as we know it, however, can be traced back to the staging of bare-handed bouts of the Colosseum. These contests attracted fighters from far and wide, bringing the myriad styles clashing together on the blood sands. Back before man had weapons, he used to just slap each other around. Amidst this chaotic intermingling of styles, there rose a pugilist of singular strength and skill. This woman made it her life's mission to master every form she encountered, that she might refine her art. Among her many strong, worthy exploits, we pugilists remember her participation in gladiator tournaments most fondly. Back when bare-handed fighting was still seen as a pastime for peasants, she took on fully armed and armored gladiators and effortlessly bested the lot of them. Word of her feat spread across the realm like wildfire, of course, and Ul'dah swiftly transformed into a center of pugilism, with people flocking from all over to train under the master among masters. The woman's name was Cornelia, and it is to her that the Pugilist Guild owes its existence. The art practiced here is based on her all-encompassing style, and this training hall is modeled upon the one which she once built. And there it is, a brief history of our guild. I've told this tale thousands of times, but gods, it never fails to fan the flames of my fighting spirit. Now then, before we can proceed with your enrollment, you must first obtain the guildmaster's approval. Let me know when you're ready to meet him. So, are you ready to present yourself to the guildmaster's inspection? Way of the Pugilist. Yes. Master Haman is among the greatest pugilists of our time. For long years, the man ruled the blood sands of the Holy Fist, though he has since retired in favor of training aspiring fighters. You'll find him overseeing his charges yonder. Go now and show him the fighting spirit that burns within you. Past time you got your horse back here. Well, what did the dancer have to say about my proposition? Wrong person. You're not my errand boy. There's no dancer. There never was. I'm not doing anything indecent, I swear to the gods. Uh-huh. What? You're here to enroll? Oh, why didn't you say so sooner? In my capacity as guildmaster, I would be glad to give you a primer on the art of hand-to-hand combat. Doubtless you already know this, but we pugilists fight with our fists and feet. While these don't deal as much damage as a blade, it hardly matters when you can land several blows for each swing of the sword. What we lack in destructive force, we more than make up for in speed and cunning. Under my guidance, not only will you master striking techniques, you'll also learn to string them together to deliver an endless flurry of blows. Only through such fierce combinations can a pugilist realize his potential. Yar! Old man has some quickness to him still. Crikey. I'm spent from all that talking. You ought to speak more. It'll give me a chance to catch my breath. But where was I? Alright, join in the guild. Before you do, I must warn you that the path of the Pugilist is long and arduous. Do you believe you've got what it takes to go the distance? Be honest with yourself now. Have you seen what I'm carrying? Ah, you have the fighting spirit. I see it in your eyes. I see no reason to deny you a place in these halls. Welcome to the guild. To help you on your way, I'll add some names to your hunting log, opponents that you might hone your skills against. And so as to make a budding Pugilist of you, here's your very own pair of Hora. They're a tad old and rusted, but that'll serve to make you meaner, I reckon. Unlike other Final Fantasies, the monk class in this one actually benefits from equipping weapons. In old Final Fantasies, the monk always could equip certain weapons, such as Hora and nunchucks, but they were always worse than using your bare hands. Now, I have a mind to assign you your first lesson. Arm yourself with your weapons and let me know when you're ready to begin. So we have to give the monk something in this one just to make the MMO mechanics work. We can't just have a class that doesn't need to grind. We'll screw up the whole system if we do. Alright, let's again take these off. And then assign Pugilist to its own slot. Behold. But yeah, story-wise, since I already know how to use weapons, this is in case I'm ever caught in a situation where I don't have access. Story-wise, anyway. I doubt mechanically there ever will be. Unlike some old Final Fantasy games, Haman wishes to teach you your first lesson. My first Hora. Every bit a Pugilist. Now the learning can commence. For your first lesson, I want you to test your fledgling skills against the vermin of Thanalan. Get out there and put down 3 marmots, 3 hornets, and 3 shrews. Go out and punch bees and squirrels. Return here when the deed is done. Now this goes without saying, but I expect you to fight using the Hora I just gave you. It counts for naught if you skewer the beasties with a spear or fry them with a spell, say. Oh, let's also get our mount buddy back. That way we can have easier access once outside. Okay, these are gonna be in what area did he say? Central. So as usual, we just start with the one move. So just use the one move. Of course, I can always eat some fish. I'm almost out of the base fish. Might give me a chance to go fish some other fish. Level 2. Like I said, some of these DPS classes might be a little bit slower for leveling, since you don't have as much stamina as a tank. It's hard to take on as many enemies equivalent in level to you, or to do, like, boss fates and stuff. Okay, that was it for mammoths. And a bunch of fish. Ooh, see? Yeah. Not doing as much here. Though I'm not taking too bad a damage. Pugilist forms. Unlike other melee classes, of which Pugilist is the last melee class until the next expansion, Pugilist weapon skills are used to cycle 3 unique battle forms which dictate the flow of weapon skill combos. Many Pugilist weapon skills will either change your form upon execution or require you to be in a certain form to execute. There are also weapon skills which grant damage bonuses when executed while in a certain form. The 3 types are as follows: Raptor, Cat, and Apo Apo. So in other words, according to Jokat, bird, cat, and monkey. By successfully changing your form from Apo Apo to Raptor to Coral, precisely in that order, you will be granted an increase to attack potency as well as other additional effects based on the weapon skills executed. So for now it's a basic combo, but it'll get more complicated as we go. It's very similar to the ninjutsu techniques from the last ninja class that we did, except you get them like right from the get-go, and it's not magic, it's martial arts. Swiftly following from one form to the next as the situation demands is key to becoming proficient in the art of the monk. I don't think we get a long-range attack either. So that, like I said, this is going to be the last of the melee classes, the last of the run-up and hit-it classes for this patch. Or this expansion, I should say. For Realm Reborn. There'll be more in future expansions. But if we take a look at our hunting log, this is the last of the melee ones. So going forward, we're going to get ranged DPS. Thaumaturge and Archer are both ranged DPS. One is physical, one's magic. And then we're going into the either healer or hybrid classes. Arcanist is both healer and magic DPS. Magic range DPS, I should say. And it has the option of becoming 2 jobs. A healer and a summoner. So, yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. But I'm gonna do Pugilist and Bard first, just because they both use warrior equipment. And this way it's just easier to manage my inventory. What am I still missing? Oh, I'm still missing one. I'm missing shrews. I got so distracted by the fish. And even then, ranged is a tad different than all the melee classes you've seen so far. In part, each of them has a unique penalty of sorts to make it so they're not OP. Can I just please go to... back to Thanalan? Thank you. I'm level 5 now, so I can also get out of my PJs. Ah, you're back, and none worse for the exertion. Youthful vigor is truly a blessed thing. If you want to become strong, you mustn't neglect your training. Indeed, a Pugilist is only as good as the number of strikes he's dealt. So get out there, Bryn, and let your fists fly. When the time is ripe, I'll teach you something new. There's no limit to the potential of youth. I look forward to seeing you come into your own. And level up again! Just right out the gates. I thought he was going to give me a weapon. I guess not until this. Harder than rock. You've been training hard. I can tell by the lightness of your steps and the strength of your fists. I reckon you're ready for the next lesson. But before we begin, some warm-up is in order. For this, I've scattered some gil across Dolda. I want you to run around the city and pick it all up. Now, that's my money lying out there, so I want you to go about it like there's an Amalja war band on your heels. In other words, I want you to sprint. Of course, you can't go on sprinting indefinitely. Your body needs to rest a while after each burst of speed. This may sound elementary, but I'm telling you this to demonstrate a point. As a Pugilist, it's essential you learn to pace yourself in a fight, else you're liable to get worn out. And when that happens, the fight's as good as over and you'll be sorry you had to bet on yourself. So yeah, you don't have to actually worry about it that much. Just gotta try and actually find the dang gill. Let's see it. Is some in here? There is some in here. And he just expects it to not get stolen? So there we go, we get the sprint tutorial over 120 hours into the game. Yeah, fun little thing about Twitch playlists is it tells you how much time is in each playlist. Pardon me, girls, I know this was probably a donation. Of course he sticks one there. Mr. I totally wasn't meeting with the dancer. There they are. Okay, where's the rest of them? On the absolute opposite side of the city. Okay, where is it? In the fountain or something? Okay, not this way. Maybe up top. Yeah. Okay, they are in the fountain. I think I may play hide and seek with money. But yeah, even the other DPS, like what I'm currently playing, has some drawback to it as opposed to tank, for example. We have a fraction of the HP, and we can't equip as good of defensive armor. But as a result, in actual dungeons, out in the field, we don't do as much damage, but in dungeons, with full range of access to our debuffs and combo attacks, we do more damage. Okay, so let's go back. I gotta remember where it is and that it won't actually say Pugilist Guild on it. And like I've said, there are more classes than the ones that I currently showed you in the hunting log, but I'm going to save those for the expansions in which they actually came out, just to help pace these playthroughs a little better. And not burn myself out. That's my money lying out there. I'd like you to hurry up and pick it all up before some vulture swoops in on it. 500 gil? Crikey, this is good for a week's worth of... I mean, well done. Now that you're all warmed up, we can see to your lesson. A trial, to be precise. Wait, is this actually not his gil, and he just sent me to pick up quarters? Take yourself to Scorpion Crossing in Western Thanalan. There you'll find 4 large stones. The trial stones, they're called. I want you to deal each of these stones a solid bootshine combo. Yeah, because like one was in a bar, somebody probably dropped it. One was with the dancers, that was probably a donation. One was at a fountain, make a wish. And I don't know about the one in the Thaumaturge's Guild. Secret stash? Lunch money? The impact will arouse the earth sprites that sleep within, which you must then defeat. If you find yourself hard-pressed, there's no shame in running away. You're still learning the ropes after all. Once you've got your wind back, you can hurl yourself into the fray again. Remember to take breaks as DPS for your health. And remember this, strikes bring down opponents, but it's your footwork that keeps you standing. Now off you go, and good luck. So, unlike with Tank 2, and I didn't do a great job of explaining this in Ninja, you will need to take time to just draw back and give yourself breathing room. So play like I did in the early days of Final Fantasy XI. Okay, Western. It's a level 5 mission, so I should be able to just go straight to it. Ooh. I will fight stuff if I see it on the log, though. It's on the way. Third hit combo. So as you see, they just constantly cycle back into one another. Doesn't reset in the same way that other DPS does. That's it for these. So if you're picking this game up for a first time, I highly recommend choosing like either a tank class or like the Arcanist class, just because it'll give you a little bit more durability or the ability to heal yourself while dealing enough damage. Use Bloodshine on the Trial Stones and defeat the Earth Spirits that appear. Oh, Bootshine, excuse me. Punches the rock. One out of 4? Anyway, oh, they're over here. And like all our other DPS classes too, I don't think Monk ever gets anything to throw. So I don't know if there's any ranged on this class whatsoever. Why am I struggling so much to find the last rock? There it is. Because the other person was right on top of it. Alright, back to Ul'dah. I probably did see the purple, but it blended in with their spell. There's no Pugilist stone, you goofball. So you've given the Earth Sprites what for. Well done. By smiting stone and earth, you have forged unyielding weapons of your fists. Also, what is your voice? You're a nigh endless fount of vigor. Just like myself in my younger days. This must be the promising recruit you've been telling me about. Well, of course they're promising. They're training under Hamun Holy Fist. That's our master Hamun. Friend, I don't believe I've introduced my assistant yet. This is Chuchuto. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. As introduced, I serve as Master Hamon's right hand, though there's still much and more I have yet to learn. Together let us strive for mastery of our art. Chuchuto has joined the guild soon after I was made its master. She's my very first student, as a matter of fact. Well, there was one other to be sure, but... Let's not dwell on the past, Master. It was Bren's bright future we were discussing. Which reminds me, did you collect my gil from them? My gear is rather worn down. I do need the money for repairs. Yes. Bren's future with us is bright indeed. Oh, so it was her money. If they keep up their efforts, they may well become the next Holy Fist. Train hard, young one, and grow strong. When the time's ripe, I'll have another little lesson for you. Do you need me to pick you up some cough drops, Gramps? Ooh. I'll just take the money for now. The piece isn't that much better, and I'll phase it out really quickly anyway. But anyway, level up. Can equip the next level of gear, but otherwise I need to be level 10 to go any further, so I'm gonna go work on some of that hunting log in my own time and be back when I'm a few levels higher. See you then. Okay, I've made it farther than level 10, so let us talk to Haman again. Burning up the quarter malm. There you are. I see you've been training as hard as ever. Your eyes are starting to have the sharpness of a predator about them. Last time you learned the basics of combinations. Today I would have you build on that knowledge. Your eyes have a sharpness? Yeah, I'm sure that's the dragon. I've set up 5 wooden dummies outside the guild along the merchant strip. By way of warm-up, I want you to deal with each boot-shine combo. Oh, and don't mind the townsfolk we've got gathered there to watch. Sorry about that. I didn't realize my volume hadn't been adjusted. I turn it down when I'm grinding, so I can do other things. Oh, one's gonna be right here. It's gonna be next to their performance, I'm sorry. Let's boot shine on the dummies. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to interrupt your performance. You're just kinda literally in my spot. It's a weekend too, so lots of people are probably on today. So the wooden dummies have felt your wrath? Good, now we can move on to your lesson. When you first came to us, I taught you that combinations make a Pugilist. When you need to know next is that not any hopscotch of strikes makes a combination. There's an order to things, a natural flow from one technique to another. Today I would have you practice one of the most elementary combinations in a Pugilist's arsenal. It goes like this. Lead with a boot shine combo, keep your foe off balance with a true strike, then bring it home with a blistering snap punch. With practice, combinations such as this will become second nature. They must if you expect to become an accomplished Pugilist. Now you'll need some opponents to practice on. The Kirin that infested the rat's nest in central Thanalan ought to serve. Hit them with Snap Punch 3 times and we'll call it a lesson well learned. Okay. But yeah, just like with Ninja, the order that we execute our combos is eventually gonna determine other status effects and stuff that we can inflict on enemies. So it's not just a simple 1, 2, 3. Oh, of course there has to be a hunting mark here. Of course! Oh, it's using Snap Punch. I'm like, I've defeated more than 3 at first. I thought maybe the one I took out wasn't the right kind of Kirin, but no, it turns out it was using Snap Punch. That was the ticket. This mission seems quite short too. Oh, you've already mastered the Snap Punch combination. Crikey, you're a natural at it, just like I was. Not to brag, but I happen to be a veritable storm of flying fists when the mood strikes me. I'll treat you to a demonstration here and now, except... I'm liable to tear down the entire guild in the process. Master Haman has a penchant for regaling us with tales of his exploits, but these never amount to a demonstration. His favorite is his victory over the fearsome marauder, Wide Axe, whom he felled with a combination so swift and seamless they say you couldn't see his hands, or so the legend goes. That one never gets old. Our dearest master's humility aside, your progress is truly astounding, Bren. If I don't keep on my toes, you're likely to surpass me in a matter of moons. Moons? I hope it don't take that long. Just between me and you and me, Chuchuto's been in a slump as of late. It all began when her closest friend and guildmate suddenly up and disappeared. Rirukuta's the lad's name, and he and Chuchuto joined the guild together. The two of them were born to refugees, and were orphaned in the calamity. Not long after I was made guildmaster, I found them out on the streets, starved near to death. I did what any decent man would. I took them in, and clothed them and fed them. When they were strong again, they said they wanted to become Pugilists like me, and so I trained them as well. Since then, they've been the best friends and rivals both, one helping to raise the other up. But that we knew what would become of Rurukuta. But we're talking about you, Bren. You've impressed me yet again, and I hope you continue to do so. Keep up the good work, you hear? Okay, anything better here? Nope. Event cancelled. You can't carry any— oh, I can't carry any more things! Ah! I can just get rid of the acid. Don't make me go through the whole cutscene again. I might have to edit through it. This part's been a mess. I messed up my sound. I messed up my sound. I messed up my inventory. And now I'm also out of time to record, so I can't even do the second part yet. Obviously to you it'll come in one video, but to me this is a little awkward having to cut here. But it is what it is, I guess. See you in 5 seconds, and for me a following day. Okay, back for realsies this time, and I've adjusted my volume beforehand. Lessons have been learned. The spirit is willing. But it said wilting at first. Ah, there you are. I hope you've come prepared for a lesson. Today I want you to go and fight the toxic toads that nest at the unholy air. Make no mistake, the toads are huge, which means they have huge guts. But that's besides the point. The point is you'll need to use your head to overcome them. Thanks to their immense girth, these toads hit hard. Fortunately, they tend to hit wild as well, so bide your time and wait for an opening. And when that opening shows, thwack, rip and tear through your foe with your fists. As proof that you've defeated the toads, I will take you to bring me 5 of their legs. Chuchuto and I will be waiting for you at Blackbrush Station. Your lesson continues there. Do I have to rip those off with my bare hands too, or am I allowed to use a utensil of sorts? Okay, where actually are these? I'm heading out as if... yeah, there we go. I'm so used to everything being right outside the village. For what I intend to be doing, forget I have to go a little further out now. I'm also level 17, so this should be a pretty easy task. remember, if you ever need emergency heals, you always have Second Wind and Bloodbath. Second Wind heals a little bit of your HP instantaneously, and Bloodbath saps a little bit of HP with each hit. I guess I just see too many DPS as of late that completely KO themselves when it's absolutely unnecessary. You came to me this time, I see. So, did you bring the toad legs? Having a barbecue? Ah, this is the stuff all right. Now I just need some butter, a slice of sun lemon, and a pinch of... Master? What I mean to say is, you've done well to defeat the toxic toads. For the next part of your lesson, you'll be putting your endurance to the test against... The talk was true. Haman Holyfist is really here. I can't take a step outside the guild without being flocked by fans. Such is the price of fame. Please, sir, I have great need of your legendary skills. Somnus is being smuggled through the Blackbrush Station. I reported this to the Blast Blades and the Stone Torches, asked them to put an end to it, but they both turn a blind eye. Somnus. That's the mind-warping substance made from dream flowers. Those who overindulge are said to fall into an eternal slumber. My dear friend suffered that very fate. That's why I want to put an end to the smuggling, but I'm just an ordinary person and there's precious little I can do. You've done enough to bring word to me, friend, for as surely as Haman Holyfist is my name, I'll see the smuggler scum thrown in the dungeon before the bell is through. 12 bless you, sir. You're truly a hero to us all. Slight change of plans, Bren. In place of an endurance test, we're going to find and apprehend smugglers. But first, we must gather information. You two, find out what you can from the people of Blackbrush Station. Report back once you've learned something. Once you find out what you can from the people of Blackbrush Station, report back. Searching for Somnus smugglers, you say? Word is that they're associated with the Alcran, a coalition of cold-blooded criminals. But beware, they always act like an alliance. There is an abandoned Kirin lair a short distance west of the Coffer and Coffin. Decent folk tend to give that place a wide berth. Ideal for smuggling operations, wouldn't you say? Depends. Do you frequent? It appears a silver-haired Lalafell was seen skulking about the station recently. He was headed west, bearing a suspicious burden. Emotionally or physically? Seeing as the cargo's drugs, it could be both. The Alcran is likely a hideout in for a silver-haired Lalafell. I don't like the sound of this, not one bit. Like as not, the smugglers operate out of the abandoned Kirin lair west of the Coffer and Coffin. We'll lie in wait for him there. Here? Here. Small little encampment under the bridge. Balls, that's... We've really outdone ourselves this time. Master Wegfar is bound to be pleased. Save the talk. We have crates to move. Rubakuda, it is you, isn't it? Chuchuto and Master, it's been a while. You vanished from the guild with nary a word, and we find you here smuggling Somnus with those villains? What is the meaning of this?
Mirukuta, my boy, I didn't teach you how to fight so that you could become a pox on society. My student or no, you must be held accountable. Chuchuto, Ren, your lesson begins. Apprehend the smugglers.
You lot, come take care of these meddlers. Question is, what do I go for first? Can I just take out anyone and anything? Should I maybe target the same ones instead? Well, it's hard to tell. Yeah, Pugilists out in the field also use recovery skills. New action, Twin Snakes. Don't know what it does yet. Okay, so... did something. Can't say I know what it was, though. See. Alright, it's the foot marker. What's the foot marker? Featherfoot. Evasion is enhanced? Why would it... unless you put it on at the same time. Hard to tell that didn't go through. Or maybe it's this, raptor form. No. Nope. Maybe it was this. Discipline Fist. Didn't get to read that! I'll look at it later. I'm on Holy Fist. If you know who I am, then you know what's good for you. Come quietly or there'll be trouble. Yeah, I'd ought to progress through that one. I didn't get to see it. Holy Fist, don't make me laugh. You're being fooled, all of you. Who's fooling who? What in the world are you talking about? It was a dark night several moons ago. I was out in the wilds, training alone. From a distance, I caught sight of Master, leaving the tavern and turning for the city. Thinking to accompany him back, I followed on his heels and was about to call out when I saw this. Is he an extreme pacifist? You would challenge the Holy Fist? You have fighting spirit, I'll grant you that, but you would do well to know your limits. Or maybe he can't fight in actual combat. So be it! Master? Sorry, like Taekwondo, it's dance, not combat. You read my every move. You're no ordinary marmot. You kicked your ass, it's no ordinary marmot. Master! All I wanted was to be surrounded by scantily clad maidens. When my time came, the gods are cruel. Master, what is the meaning of this? Explain yourself. Now you've seen it with your own eyes. Master was beaten by a marmot. A common, bleeding marmot. He would remind us how strong he was at every turn, but he was lying through his teeth. I can scarce believe my eyes. Wait till Master Wakefar learns of this. Or maybe he's just old. Got that arthritis. Talk to the Alchemy Guild, see if they can make him some naproxen sodium. Some Aleve. Forgive me, Chuchuto, Bren. I didn't mean to deceive anyone, least of all my students.
Haman Holy Fist conquered every foe that stood before him, but he couldn't conquer old age. It is because he's old. My strength, my reflexes, my endurance, they've all left me. Soon my wits are next. There's nothing here but a decrepit old man. I would be alone for a while. I'll make my way back to the guild. From now on, you're to do as Chuchito bids, Bren.
I can't believe it. How did Master become so weak?
It depends. How old is he?
I mean, I really can't fault the guy for that, though. Age?
Careful making fun or degrading age, because guess what? You're next. Wait, does he say anything new that he's back? Just, nope.
I've been doing some thinking, Bren. While it's true Master had been deceiving us, he meant us no harm.
And it doesn't mean that he wasn't powerful before, it's just old. He's just old.
Besides, I owe him my life. Had he not taken me in all those years ago, I would have died in some ditch. I could never bring myself to hate him. Even if he were an ordinary old man, I would still respect him. Alas, with the truth of his condition revealed...
Condition?
Master Haman has lost his sense of purpose, his will to teach. I cannot bear to see him like this. I want him to regain his confidence, but for this he needs to regain his former strength.
It's not a reversible thing.
Listen, Master ever said that you reminded him of his younger self. Were you to continue showing rapid improvement, I dare hope it would rekindle his fighting spirit.
We're gonna break the poor man.
To this end, I would teach you a new technique, one which Master Haman used to great effect during his prize-fighting days. Steel Peak, it's called, and it sees you channel your gathered chakra into a powerful attack performed with your entire body. Make this technique your own, and strive to grow stronger still. When next Master Haman beckons you, he will surely be moved to action.
Okay. So we get meditation. Opens up chakra. Up to 5 chakra can be opened at once. Opens all 5 chakra when used outside of combat. Triggers the cooldown of weapon skills upon execution. Conversely, execution of weapon skill triggers the cooldown of this action. Okay. Action changes to Steel Peak when all 5 are open. So basically opening all 5 gives us access to a new move. It's the big slap. Well, technically, not the big slap. That's your limit break, but still. Chakra gauge unlocked. The chakra gauge indicates the number of chakra currently open. Opening all 5 allows the execution of Steel Peak. You can view the job gauge description anytime, yada yada. Okay. I think you can also charge it, like, all at once if you're not in combat, so this way, if you're, like, between battles in a dungeon, you can do it all in one go.
Nothing is more important to a Pugilist than stamina. And how does one attain such a thing? By eating well, sleeping well, and training well.
But anyway, I'm gonna need to be level 20 in order to take on the next move. Really quickly, I want to look at this. Delivers an attack with a potency of 250, can only be executed in raptor form, grants Disciplined Fist, increases damage dealt by 10% for 15 seconds. Okay. That is a little bit more of what I was interested in. Although I'm curious if I should maybe move like these around. Like this, since this is a coral form, I think there's going to be 2 more eventually. Let's see. True Strike, Coral. When in raptor form. What's raptor form? Changes form to raptor. Can only be executed in raptor form. Okay. So I think there's going to be a few more. Yeah, there we go. Arm of the Destroyer. Abo form. So that would be... This is Oppo form. Or is it not? No, this is Coral form. I'm so confused. Additional effect. That's from Oppo form bonus. So this is probably going to be like here. And then there should be like 20 can only be executed in Coral form. This is also Coral form. Increases HP recovery. It's hard to say. I don't know, I'll keep it here for... I think there's supposed to be 2 other ones that it rotates through, depending. So I'll put those in their equivalent... in their equivalent spots, and I may move it around as we go. That's why this one's here. It's to all targets. Eventually, that's my AoE. That's why I stuck it there. For easy access to just hold one button. Okay. I got a little bit more sorted in my head now, so I'm gonna go level. Alright, level-wise, I'm almost done. So hopefully I should be able to get this done today. Keeping the spirit alive. Haman is in dire need of cheering up. Ah, it's you. I'm sorry, but I don't have anything to teach you. If I ever did at all. You're far better off training under Chuchuto. You'll find her over yonder. Just leave me be. There's a lot of people running around right now, almost like it's an Easter egg hunt in town, so I'm curious if it's a new event. I was hopeful seeing you improve in leaps and bounds would spur Master Haman out of his doldrums. It seems more must be done. Perhaps the end result is not so important as the manner in which you get there. In other words, if you were to train precisely as Master Haman once did, overcome the selfsame challenges that he did in his youth, I dare say it would stoke the fires of his fighting spirit. Listen well. Master once told me that he used to refine his combinations by provoking deadly creatures into unleashing their fury upon him. For this purpose, he often went to the southern part of Reborn to fight the hornet clouds there. To this day, the tree trunks that he struck to stir the vilekin from their hives bear the mark of his fists. I want you to seek out those trees as Master Haman once did, strike them with a bootshine combo, and finish the hornet clouds that emerge. I want you to go get stung by hornets. Once you have felled enough of the creatures to collect their stingers, return here and present them to Master Haman. They will remind him of better days, I'm sure of it. Sure, as soon as I finish plucking them out of my skin. Ah yes, I see you have returned and have become a kung fu master. No, sir, I own a pair of tweezers. Oh, and be very careful not to... Let's not hit the Gatling. Thankfully, that enemy there seems to be docile, but one wrong move and I'm dead. That's a hunt enemy. I guess I can't combo the tree. I gotta use Bootshine, specifically. Okay, these are level 15, so I might be farther behind in my progress than I thought. Interesting that it didn't reset my combo. Maybe it reads enemies different than it does overworld objects. Yeah, I see a lot of people gathering over here. I bet this is like a new quest. New temporary thing. I didn't examine the login screen where it usually tells us. What is it now? Can't you leave a feeble old man in peace? Fowls balls, these are hornet stingers. You trained as I once did out in Dryborn? Those hornet clouds were right pesky buggers. I fair lost count of the times they stung me, though I remember the, places well enough. The pain was nigh unbearable, but I always stood my ground. Ah, the memories of my younger days come flooding back. What I wouldn't give to relive them. I mean, if you want stung by bees, man, that's an option you can have anytime. Bren, I want you to fight me, right here, right now. Make me remember what it's like to be young again, to have nothing to lose and everything to gain. If you say so, Grandpa. I feel bad. Ready or not, here I come. I don't want to beat up old man. Oh my god. Make me feel good. That'll leave a bruise. Sir. I'm so sorry. It was one attack. We leveled up. It's starting to come back to me. You won't have it so easy this time around, Bren. Oh yeah, he's a little stronger. A little stronger. Level 8. Yes, yes, my strength returns. Come on, let's go one more round. Again? Get ready for the power of Hamon, Holy Fist! I feel so alive. You look very dead. Someone go grab the Bactine. Ah, gods, I haven't felt this invigorated since forever. When I'm fighting you, it's as though I'm fighting my younger self. Mayhap there's still hope in these old bones. I'll make my comeback yet, see if I don't. What are you doing, old man? Learning how to walk? You're Wagfar Wydox. Ain't none called me that in ages. Nay, not since the day you defeated me on the Blood Sands. I gave up prize fighting afterwards for that humiliation, but it weren't long till I found a place in the Alakram. Your boy Ruruka works for me now. Imagine me surprised when I learned he used to train under the mighty Holy Fist. The Holy Fist ain't nothing but a name these days, so I'm told. How do you sleep at night knowing how flaccid you've become? Of course, if you're having trouble nodding off, you could always try a whiff of Somnus. I'll even give you a complimentary sample. But like as not, a doddering old sort like you won't ever wake up again. I'll shut your mouth, Wagfar, or I'll shut it for you. Now, let's be civilized for a moment. We're old friends after all, and friends help each other out. You mentioned making a comeback just now. If you're serious about it, I'd be glad to lend a helping hand. By way of motivating you, how's about we have us a rematch? Of course, it'd take place in public, just like old times. Oh, and there should be a fitting purse as well. Let's say the winner gets the Pugilist Guild.
What? That's ridiculous. Master, you're not obligated to take him up on this.
Ah, this must be your little nursemaid. Rest assured, after I've taken over the guild, I'll keep her on me as a personal assistant. Sir, she can tear your balls off. She can literally... Perfect height and everything.
Do you really mean to fight him?
Have no fear, Chuchuto.
Master.
Bren, I don't mean to put undue pressure on you. But the fate of the guild rests upon your shoulders.
I don't believe this.
So, am I fighting? Listen to me, Chuchuto. I know I can do this. I just need Bren to keep getting stronger, as they've been doing so far. Fighting them reminds me of who I used to be. I'm confident I can be that man again. Muscle takes time to build, old man.
Time to build, and nutrition, and stretching, and exercises. It's a lifestyle, not a diet. If you're feeling apprehensive about this rematch business, I don't blame you. I'm not blind to reality. If I were to face Wegfar as I am now, I'd be down for the count in a matter of heartbeats, if not laying dead in a pool of my own blood. But I'm determined to win, and I can with your help. Your presence sets my fighting spirit to raging. So keep at your training. I promise to do the same. When you've grown stronger, return here and we'll both continue our lessons. You know, you could have just waved him off with, like, haven't you seen that I'm old? Fight one of my disciples. My bones may be dust, but the fighting spirit in my heart can be passed to others. Boom. Done. Star-crossed rivals. Okay, so there's 2 more left. Ah, I swear each time I see you, you remind me more and more of my younger self. Old man, I've been standing here the whole time. At this rate, you're likely to transform into a handsome devil before the moon is over. Now then, I believe you're here to learn. Unfortunately, I'm no condition to teach. This is rather embarrassing to admit, but in my eagerness to prepare for the big rematch, I've out-trained and thrown my back out. Gee, wonder why. I tell you, old age is hills. I fear Chuchuto will have to tend to you in my stead. It wasn't about her tending to me, it was about me tending to you! It seems the prospect of facing his old rival has lit a veritable fire under Master Hamon's backside. Yeah, the kind that needs treated with anti-inflammatories. I'm so relieved to see that he has a purpose again. The trick now is to keep a solid lid on his zeal lest he injure himself. Too late. But let us speak of your lesson. When you are ready, come and meet me at Little Alamigo. I have a challenge in mind that you are certain find stimulating. Nothing is more important to us Pugilist than stamina. Yeah, okay, it just says the same thing. And away we go. Looks like it's inside, maybe. Maybe? Maybe? Maybe not. No, maybe she's just outside. There we go. I've been waiting for you. I got lost. Today your training will be to prepare for Master Hamon's training. I've brought with me a set of striking dummies, and I would want you to deploy them at certain locations. Lest you think this task to be drudgery, the locations were rife with peril. Your skills will most certainly be put to the test. By way of advice, if you must approach dangerous fields, lightness of foot is your greatest ally. Off with you now. Go set those striking dummies, and I'll wait your return. Lightness of foot? You mean don't draw attention? Is that what you're trying to say? I don't think walking speed determines how enemies see you. Running, maybe. Let's see what deploying the dummies does for my training, per se. Maybe because I have to clear out so many enemies to get to them, but at this point, of course, I can fly, so... we'll just get it done quick. One at the dungeon. And then out. I think that's technically going to be at the entrance of the camp. Just sort of in its own special space.
Maybe I can only get in this way. Gotta find the entrance. Around here is an entrance. Where is it? Here we go. Because it's inside the mountain, so you can't actually... Oh my. Yeah, I can see how this one would be a little bit more difficult if I didn't have the chocobo. But we're cheating. We're cheating because we can. See, I still technically had to fight one. It's legit. I'm also totally gonna warp out, so I don't have to do that again. Deal with that maze. I'm totally not gonna warp out because apparently I'm paralyzed and it messes with the teleport for 5 seconds. I just realized too my audio is a tad off. Because I was recording Star Rail earlier. My bad. Anyway, duty calls. Proceed. Excellent work. All that's left is to have Master Haman come and train. What are you doing here? The adventure is a negative influence on Master Haman. I'm gonna see to it that they never bother him again. What are you talking about? Brent's the best thing that's ever happened to Master in years. If you want a piece of them, you're gonna have to deal with me too. He brought squirrels. What's the deal with the old master and squirrels? Actually, I can probably do this now. Oh no, it actually doesn't do that much. Maybe in multiplayer when I have like a dozen targets on screen. But right now, not so much. Maybe I could try now. What about like... Oh, it does full combo! Interesting. It combos into my next power-up move. I think it's actually better for my HP. Bastet? Where did you find that thing? The creature will sap of your strength. Avoid its gaze. Well, then I'm gonna have it look over here in case it gazes. Why, Ruruka? Why were you so bent on bringing down Master Haman and seeing the guild in ruins? You have it all wrong. I'm doing this for Master's own sake. It's true I left the guild in shock after seeing Master in that pathetic state. And it's true I got involved with some unsavory types. But where else was I supposed to go? Me, a refugee without a guild to his name. But for all the ungrateful things I've done, I've never forgotten how Master Haman took me in and instructed me in the ways of the fist. This is why I want him to give up on his foolish notion of facing Wagfar. You don't know what that man like I do, Chuchuto. Should this fighting continue to come to pass, I feel Master won't walk away with his life. It doesn't matter that Master has grown weak and feeble. I just want him to live, even if that means having him swallow his pride. Oh, Ruruka, why didn't you just say so? But now that I know your mind, I can say with confidence that you have no cause to fear. Brent is not the plague that you think they are. It is their will to
To succeed, that's inspiring Master to regain his former strength. And when the day of the rematch finally comes, I have no doubt that he will wallop the odious Wagfar to the 7th hell and back. I pray you're right. But whatever happens, know that I cannot help you. Not where I am. Chuchito, Bren, I leave Master Haman in your care. Gods, that felt liberating! Trading blows with Ruruka and learning his true agenda, a great burden has been lifted off my chest. Let us return to the guild. You had your training, and now it's time for Master Haman's. Back to the Pugilist guild. And of course I'm one level off, so I won't be able to do the third one in this video. I'll have to stuff it in the next. Or I should say the segment. To you, it's all one video. To you in the future. Days later. Welcome back. I'm told you've kindly set up the dummies for me. But gods, did you have to put them in such dangerous places? To make matters worse, Chuchuto's hidden my grog and says she won't see it. I won't see a drop of it until I finish my training. How the hell am I supposed to loosen my phlegm now? T. That girl will make a fine guildmaster when the time comes. I heard about Rurukuda as well. Of course, for his shortcomings, the boy has a great heart. But well, his concern is touching. I won't run from Wagfar. Not today, and not ever. On that note, I'd best get ready for my little jaunt to Little Alamigo. If I can't face down a few mindless beasts, I'm in no shape to challenge Wagfar. Don't slack off, or I'll leave you in my dusty wake. Anything? Alright, there we go. With that, I will have to split the parts and be back when we're done. This person must be doing the same quest at the same time I am, because they keep coming back roughly at the same time. Anyway, be back. Oh my god, there's so many people. Oh my god, I feel like a celebrity. Alright, I'm all leveled up. Let's get this over with. Return of the Holy Fist. I'm pleased to say I managed to find and thwack all the dummies. You did well to deploy them where you did. Thanks to you, I almost got killed several times. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I'm feeling stronger than I have in ages. As a matter of fact, I reckon I'm not far from regaining my former strength. One last step will get me there, and I'll take it by having another bout with you. I want you to meet me out at the Sargoli Desert, a settlement called Forgotten Springs. The place is home to the most luscious Mihote maidens this side of Eorzea. Gods, I can't wait to take in their lovely forms again. Alright, Forgotten Springs. Again, are you one of the men I chased off? This landscape takes me back, it does. Sand as far as the eyes can see, crystal clear spring waters cooling your feet, scantily clad lasses giggling as they bathe and frolic. I remember these things, but my body has forgotten the seamless combinations that earned me the epithet of Holy Fist. That is where I have you enter, Bren. Starring with you is what's got me back into the swing of things. Now let's get back to finish the job, but before we begin, some warming up is in order. I want you to take yourself across the dunes to the south and defeat 5 sandworms. I'll be waiting for you here. What? I don't need a warm-up too? Oh, don't you worry, I've had mine long before you arrived. Those enormous buggers never know what hit them. If you don't want to be outdone by this old man, you'd best run along and give them more the same. Did you, though? You're not just slacking off where you know there's gonna be pretty girls.
see him. See him on my map. Take that because I had my hands elsewhere, but my hair was in my face. I couldn't press the evade button. Honestly, damage wasn't that bad anyway. These are on my hunt list. Am I donate for those? It's buried. Because my inventory is full. Of course, my damn inventory is full. Let's see. No. My gear still has the best one equipped. I think I skipped over one. Oh no, because it's level 35 and I'm level 30. That's why that's the next one that I made. That makes a bit more sense. I actually want to clear a little bit of this out. I know these have purposes later, I know. But at the same time, I know I'm gonna get my rewards and stuff, and I don't want them to be lost. Ah, so you've seen to the sandworms. Marvelous. Now the real training can begin. Thanks to you, I've managed to get most of my stamina back. I'm confident that I can go the distance with the fittest of teams. But if I'm to defeat Wagfar, I'll need more than just endurance. I'll need to remember how each strike transitions to the next, and you're going to help refresh my memory by pummeling some sense back into me. Hit me with everything you've got. Well, at least he's level 20 now. I wonder if the local Mihote are like, what the hell? This pain, I can feel it working. Am I just supposed to keep hitting him? This feeling, this is it! Level 25. This is what I call growing pains. Now, this time I'm going to give as much as I get. Oh, he has haste now, does he? I noticed... Mock me, the next round will be mine. I've noticed other Pugilists on the field get access to haste, but I don't seem to have access to haste. Yeah, Fist of Wind. Certain combos do certain things. I don't trust that. Ah, dang it. Hold still. I have it. You're alive, right, man? I have a phoenix down in case of emergencies. I've got it. As a river flows to the sea, heedless of all that bars its path, so too must our combinations be. Oh, that even rhymes. Thank you, Bren. The raging torrent of your blows has been a strike of lightning to my brain case. I remember everything.
Master, it's Wegfar. The man is back in Ul'dah, and he's demanding that you fight him now.
Well, then tell him to chill out. Ah, so it begins. Very well. I will go settle the score with Wegfar. He'll be the first to know that the Holy Fist has returned.
Set a freaking appointment then.
Right this way.
Ah, we're doing it in the street, huh?
This doesn't look like it's gonna be a solo fight.
You're so afraid to lose that you're automatically gonna resort to cheating?
Didn't expect you to come so soon, if at all. You sure you want to go ahead with this? I'm a man of reason, and I'd soon not have to hurt you. Just give up now, and we can put an end to this mummer's farce. You can live out the rest of your days in peace. Ah, the only mummer's farce I see is a man trying to squirm out of his own self-wrought challenge. Well, I'm going to make you the same offer. Walk away, and you won't get hurt. They say Haman Holyfist is going to perform his legendary technique. Right? Here on the avenue? Is it safe? I see age has robbed you of your wits as well as your strength. Well, if you're so eager for pain, who am I to deny it to you? Just remember, there ain't no going back when your head goes flying. Looks like he remembered some of himself after all. But can his bones hold up? Just like old times, eh, Wegfar? Did you see that? Because I sure as hell didn't. He was too fast. Oh, this can't be. I refuse to be beaten by a senile old fool. Get your arses out here, all of you. So you're doping and you're cheating. In case you're wondering, that was Pluto. Just a draft of it and your body turns hard as iron. Not even blades can pierce it. Stubborn bugger. How about magic then? But I guess we're going with a pair of 8 fists instead. Rurakuda, but why? I refuse to fight on the side of cheats. Say your prayers to whatever god you keep. By the time I'm finished, not even your mothers will recognize you. Okay. Wait far to him? Fine. Do one at a time. Thing has been to do a group attack, followed by combo. Keep enhanced. Just keep slapping. I gotta stop running around.
since the AoE changes my stance form anyway. May as well hit everybody with it. Okay, I think we got rid of the mobs. We can join you on whatever this is. This with a super. I couldn't get it. It was one press off. Oh, you did it, Master Haman. You won. Master. No, Chuchucho, we won. This victory wasn't mine alone. Holy fisticuffs, that was incredible! You wiped the avenue with those crooks. I'm going to tell my grandchildren tales of what happened here. Our work here is done. Let us all go home, to the guild. Hopefully isn't too far away. Okay, I can get there in a single sprint. It's fine. I want to thank you again. It's because of you that I was able to rekindle my fighting spirit and conquer my demons. Perhaps even more importantly, Rurakuta's come to his senses and Chuchuto's back to her bubbly self. Please forgive me, Master. I'll have no more to do with the Alacran. I'll roam the land till I find myself, strive to become a great Pugilist like you. You've only just returned and you're leaving already? I don't suppose there's aught I can say that will change your mind, but if you ever want for company or a sparring partner, know that you're always welcome here. Ah, youthful vigor is a truly blessed thing. Go well, my boy. There's not a doubt in my mind that you'll do me proud. As for you, Bren, your combinations were a sight to behold, and right painful to receive. In helping me with my training, you've come to your own as a Pugilist. The time is ripe that I taught you the technique that won me countless bouts on the Blood Sands. I call it Demolish. Unleash it when in choral form. It combines powerful punches and kicks that'll send your opponent reeling. You have grown strong, but your journey as a Pugilist is far from over. To get as far as we have, you'll have to overcome many and more trials and tribulations. But whatever challenges threaten to block your way, I'm confident that you'll be able to blaze yourself a path. So long as your spirit burns bright and your fists fly with conviction, there's nothing you can't achieve. I'm the living proof. Forge onward, young one, and create a legend for yourself never to be forgotten. Okay. Damage over time. That's what this is. Should I take either of these? I don't know. I feel like I have them. For some reason. Yet apparently I don't. There we go, a new chapter of New Game Plus has been added. Yeah, these actually look way better. This is the correct set. Anyways, what's our next one? Ah, we're gonna have to speak to the receptionist in order to take on the monk. I do believe it's monk. Are you monk? It doesn't say. It's monk. The monk quest. But for now, this is where I'm going to call it because Pugilist is complete and it's weirdly crowded in here today, which is making me uneasy, so I'd rather do that at another time. And I have some stuff to edit and upload too, when I get the chance. So, this is where I'm going to call it. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined. If you want to see more Final Fantasy XIV in the future, please like and subscribe. And I hope to see you all in future videos. Bye-bye!